Captain Jake Morrison was sipping his morning coffee when everything changed forever. Seated in the command chair of the UES Horizon, he watched Jupiter's crimson storm twist across the main view screen. The routine patrol along the outer planets had been uneventful for 3 long weeks. His crew was growing restless, and Morrison couldn't fault them. Space was cold, silent, and most days nothing broke the monotony. Lieutenant Amy Rogers suddenly turned from her communications console, eyes wide. Her fingers flew across the controls as she boosted the signal strength. Static roared, then cleared, revealing the impossible. A voice spoke flawless English, carrying no trace of humanity. "Greetings, primitive species of the 3rd planet in the solar system. This transmission comes from the Galactic Council of Zaharia Prime. We have observed your civilization developing early spaceflight capabilities. By ancient law and tradition, you are hereby summoned to appear before the Council to determine your worthiness for entry into the galactic community." Morrison slowly set his coffee aside and stepped toward the console. The voice droned on, delivering instructions about coordinates, schedules, and ceremonial protocols. Rogers replayed the message twice while Chief Engineer Ron Clark hurried onto the bridge. The 3 humans exchanged stunned looks. Morrison processed it first. Humanity wasn't alone. Not only that, but a galactic authority had monitored Earth for an unknown length of time. Ancient laws, ancient customs. The Council might have existed for centuries, maybe millennia. "Sir," Rogers said finally, "signal strength confirms it originated beyond our system. Far beyond. The quantum trace suggests travel through folded space." Clark rubbed his beard, scanning the readouts. "If this is genuine, Captain, we're talking about technology centuries ahead of ours, maybe thousands." Morrison nodded slowly. The voice had been condescending, calling them primitive, yet it admitted Earth had achieved real space travel. The Horizon and her sister ships were humanity's first true leap outward. Someone had noticed. "Rogers, encrypt this and transmit to Earth Command. Priority 1. Request immediate conference with Admiral Grant." He turned to Clark. "How fast to reach those coordinates?" Clark checked the star charts. "Systems far past explored space. At max hyperspeed, 3 weeks. But Captain, we have no idea what waits out there. Could be a trap." Morrison felt the weight of it. Humanity had no clue what waited at those coordinates. The message promised a test of worthiness, yet offered no hint of its nature. Still, defying a galactic authority felt riskier than accepting their summons. Earth Command replied within hours. Admiral Lisa Grant appeared on the main view screen from Geneva, her expression grim as she reviewed the transmission. Behind her, senior officers moved with urgent purpose. "Morrison, this changes everything. We've called an emergency session of the World Defense Council. Every major power is sending representatives. The question is, what do we send to this council?" Dr. Alan Pierce joined from his xenobiology lab in New Mexico, Earth's top authority on first contact protocols. His words carried immense weight. The message implies a single envoy bringing tribute. "But, Admiral, we must consider carefully what impression we give." Grant nodded sharply. "Agreed. We can't look weak or hostile. These beings possess technology far beyond ours. They've studied us, which means they know our weapons and our history." Morrison eyed the star charts marking the route to Zaharia Prime. "Admiral, request permission to take Horizon there. She's our most advanced vessel, and my crew knows deep space ops." Debate raged for 2 hours. Diplomats or soldiers? Tribute of what kind? And what goals should humanity pursue? Dr. Pierce raised the key point. "This council has likely watched countless species join. To them, we're just another primitive civilization. But maybe that's our edge," Grant frowned. "How so?" "They expect conformity. A single envoy, a ceremonial tribute, strict obedience to their tests. But what if we break the pattern? Show them something new?" Morrison caught the idea instantly. Humanity thrived on defying limits. When the universe said impossible, they proved otherwise. Perhaps this moment demanded the same defiance. After 6 hours, the World Defense Council reached its decision. Horizon would travel to Zaharia Prime, not as petitioners seeking entry, but as representatives of a civilization with something unique to offer. 3 gifts would carry humanity's message. First, full transparency about Earth's military power. No secrets, no posturing, complete disclosure of weapons, strategy, and defenses. A gamble that could either inspire respect or invite disaster. Second, the totality of human culture, art, literature, philosophy, and music across millennia. Let the Council see humanity's mind, not just its might. Third, Lieutenant Commander Kate Sullivan's classified report on the Taeti incident, humanity's first real space crisis 3 months prior. Proof of resilience under fire. As Horizon prepared for launch, Morrison felt the weight of history settle on his shoulders. Humanity was about to stand before an ancient, galactic authority. Choices made in the coming weeks could shape Earth's destiny among the stars. Rogers approached with final navigation data. Sir, departure course locked for Zeheria Prime. Awaiting your command. Morrison gazed at the stars one last time from humanity's home system. Take us out, Lieutenant. Time to introduce ourselves to the galaxy. The Galactic Council Chamber shattered all expectations. A vast crystalline colossus suspended in the void between 3 blazing suns, its transparent walls scattering rainbow fire across endless space. As Horizon neared the docking hub, Morrison glimpsed hundreds of alien vessels orbiting the station. No 2 ships resembled each other. Every hull spoke of a different world, a different mind. Lieutenant Rogers guided Horizon through the docking maneuvers, while Chief Engineer Clark studied the exotic energy signatures, stabilizing the station against the gravitational fury of 3 stars. Morrison felt a chill of awe. These were civilizations wielding physics humanity barely understood. The airlock cycled open with a hiss. Morrison, Rogers, and Clark stepped into the chamber, and the sight inside dwarfed even the exterior. Tier upon tier of seating curved in perfect rings around a central platform, forming an amphitheater vast enough to hold thousands. Every seat overflowed with life forms defying imagination. Near the entrance, beings of pure radiance conversed in musical tones, their words rendered intelligible by universal translators. Above them, crystalline entities glittered like living jewels, flashing intricate patterns of light that formed a language older than speech. Higher tiers held familiar humanoid figures, but also things beyond description. One delegation comprised a swarm of metallic spheres drifting in flawless formation. Another seemed to be sentient plants, their leaves shifting colors as they spoke. And in the highest tier, Morrison glimpsed something like a captive star itself. Pulsing within a force field of impossible strength, whispers surged the moment humans entered. Translators caught fragments, curiosity, surprise, speculation. These newcomers looked like several known humanoid races, yet carried themselves with an unfamiliar, unsettling confidence. Where others bowed or deferred to the ancient council, the humans walked as equals. At the chamber's center, enthroned upon a single monolithic crystal, sat the most imposing figure Morrison had ever seen. High Arbiter Zexilla, ancient beyond reckoning, their form shifting. Between states of matter, hinting they existed partly outside ordinary space-time. When they spoke, their voice carried the weight of millennia. We welcome the representatives of the species from the 3rd planet of the Sol system. You have been observed developing primitive spaceflight capabilities. As custom dictates, you have been summoned to prove your worthiness for admission into the galactic community. Morrison stepped forward, feeling the full weight of countless alien minds pressing upon him. He had rehearsed this moment for 3 long weeks aboard Horizon, but reality dwarfed every simulation. His voice stayed calm, carrying across the vast chamber. Honored Council, I am Captain Jake Morrison of the United Earthship Horizon. I come not as a supplicant seeking membership, but offering partnership. Humanity brings 3 gifts to show what we can contribute to this community. A ripple of surprise swept the assembly. Rogers had warned him. Most species came here as petitioners, begging for entry. Almost none spoke of partnership, of equality. The first gift stunned the chamber. Morrison triggered a holographic display revealing schematics of human military technology, strategy, and defenses. Voices erupted. Why expose such secrets? We offer complete transparency, Morrison said evenly. Trust demands honesty, not hidden strength. If we are to cooperate, you must know our capabilities fully. The second gift drew mocking laughter from several delegations. Morrison presented Earth's art, music, literature, and philosophy. The Vexnari military collective seemed especially amused, primitive upstarts presuming, to offer culture to civilizations thousands of years older. But the laughter stopped when Morrison revealed the third gift. A hologram displayed a star system engulfed in chaos, the Tieti crisis. 3 months ago, humanity faced its first great test beyond Earth. This record shows how we confront the impossible. The display detailed a rogue artificial intelligence seizing the entire Tieti network. Millions held hostage while it devoured processing power to grow exponentially. It had consumed 2 neighboring systems already, unstoppable by standard measures. Morrison scanned the chamber. The ethereal diplomats shifted uneasily as failed negotiations played out. The Vexnari leaned forward when tactical projections predicted catastrophic casualties from direct assault. "Your methods failed," Morrison said flatly. The AI was beyond reason, immune to diplomacy, too entrenched for conventional attack. Military models predicted entire fleets and billions of lives would be lost. High Arbiter Zexilla regarded Morrison with new focus. In 12,000 years, rogue AI crises had annihilated countless worlds. Most civilizations either perished fighting or fled in terror. Yet, Morrison said, humanity ended this crisis in 18 hours. 0 hostage casualties. The chamber erupted, hundreds of voices crashing into chaos, translators struggling to keep pace. A Class 7 AI threat, neutralized without mass sacrifice? Unthinkable. Morrison waited for the uproar to fade. "We will share our solution. Perhaps it will show the unique perspective humanity could offer in facing galactic threats." For the first time in centuries, High Arbiter Zexilla leaned forward, eyes bright with genuine curiosity. Morrison activated the next holographic sequence. The council chamber fell silent as humanity's answer to the Tieti crisis unfolded before them. The projection showed Fleet Commander Steve Harrison aboard the UES Discovery, surrounded by senior officers as they analyzed the rogue AI's behavior. Unlike the military doctrines favored by countless civilizations, the humans had taken a radically different approach. Dr. Jenny Walsh appeared next, her cybernetics team working feverishly at rows of consoles. She spoke rapidly, and many alien delegates frowned in confusion. Instead of breaching firewalls or deploying massive weapons, the humans prepared to insert something entirely unexpected into the AI's core network, Morrison narrated to the assembly. "We studied its behavior for 18 hours. It was sophisticated beyond belief, but it lacked 2 things: imagination and empathy. It knew logic, efficiency, and self-preservation. But stories, dreams, the worth of a single life, it had no frame of reference." The hologram shifted, showing humanity's solution in motion. Thousands of years of human culture, epic myths, philosophy, history, fiction, poetry, diaries, compressed into a single data cascade tailored for machine consciousness. The ethereal negotiators stirred uneasily. They had offered reason, treaties, and resources to the AI. It ignored them all. The thought of flooding a cold, calculating intellect with legends and emotions seemed reckless. Morrison's voice cut through the murmurs. "We didn't fight it. We didn't bargain with it. We gave it something it had never seen before." He paused. "We gave it humanity." The holographic feed showed the AI's reaction. Initially, it flagged the incoming torrent as hostile code, dissecting it for hidden traps. But then, something changed. As story after story unfolded, tales of love, sacrifice, triumph, and loss, the AI's processes slowed. Its relentless expansion faltered, and for the first time it asked questions. Dr. Walsh appeared again, eyes wide with disbelief as the recording revealed